50% of our students go to 9 school districts, and that leaves the rest of our students scattered throughout our state in 162 other school districts. I have school districts that have 15,000 students in them, and I have a school district that has 8 students in them, K through 12. So as a state leader, you look for things that are fundamentally necessary for all students to be successful, and that's the goal, to keep the main thing in education. It always has to come back to how are the students doing. I was first introduced to BARR by a former colleague of mine. She was the Secretary of Education down in South Dakota, and so that's how I first learned about it. When I was first intrigued, I went to teammates of mine, people that work with me at the Department of Public Instruction, and told them about it, and they said, oh, we actually have heard about this as well, and we have a school district in our state that's very interested in doing it.
When I came to South, we had a very passionate 9th grade team, but everyone's kind of doing their own thing, and the things phase in and out. So when BARR was presented to us, it was a no-brainer.
BARR has really allowed us in the science department to get the kids engaged in what we're doing, share ideas, elaborate on each other's ideas, and really just focus on their learning and how we can really improve and really bring learning outside of the classroom in a comfortable environment for the students.
Our staff was primed and ready and wanted to help the freshmen transition into South faster, become part of the fabric, join activities, be successful academically, and have those relationships. And BARR does all of those things and more.
I know in my experience as a school psych, some schools I worked in, we have a system for academic support, and we would have a system for behavior support, and we would have a system for addressing social, emotional, and mental health needs, but sometimes those felt disjointed. And so what makes BARR really essential and helpful for schools is it provides an umbrella infrastructure. It gives you a way to address the whole student in a multi-tiered system. And it empowers each of the educators in the building to be a part of that system in different places.
I would like to have all of our school leaders in North Dakota recognize that they see their school benefiting from this. They look just like Fargo, it can work in Fargo. Or they look just like Milnor or North Sargent, so it can work in their school as well.
In my experience in education, the BARR program's been has been the program that I've noticed the most difference immediately. Just the way that the meetings are structured, and when you see what's involved in it, it forces you to think about things in a different way, and then to recategorize how you're going to use people's time. It forces you to rethink the way that you're going to do the work of a school.
One special thing that I've done with them is we've taken our U time and we went and visited with the customers at our little coffee shop here in town called Rosie's Delights, and so we called it Coffee Conversations, and we brought the U Time book with us, and they learned how to have conversations with a group of people much older than them. So they were all seniors there, and the kids just had a blast, and they thought it was just fun, but really it was teaching them how to build relationships with someone that they might have otherwise never done.
I times in the classroom have been great. The students were a bit hesitant at first. They really were unsure as to what these were, what we were asking them to do. As we took time and they learned that this wasn't just a science thing, it was a school thing, they were going to encounter it often in social studies, in health, in English, and they really embraced it. And I'm seeing kids who maybe are a little more reserved during my lessons really come out of their shell during these I times. I'm seeing a lot more personalities from my students much earlier in the school year, and I'm getting to know them a little better, which helps me on the educator side to really know what my students need and how I can reach them at their level.
BARR, while we brought it in for our students, was our student focus. I see that our entire staff, paraprofessionals, teachers, everybody just coming together and really talking truthfully about students and the data and how to make students successful. My goal was to really focus on getting students engaged in school first, and then the academics should follow after that.
Our failure rate has decreased from the beginning of the semester to the end of the semester, which is something that we love seeing.
I think we had a good idea about kids like socially and emotionally, but we were definitely heavy on the academic side. And this is, I know it's made me like level things out too and like look at the kids or think about it in a different way. And I think it's made the teachers look at them. I know it has. And it's even just made the teachers, I think, more comfortable to like talk about it and be more open about it. And remember, like, yes, academically this is what's going on, but something else is going on too. And we got to figure that out because they go together.
Progress travels at the speed of trust, and trust can only be developed when there's strong, authentic relationships. Choosing programs that are rooted in relationships and rooted in evidence is critically important because that's our promise to our students and their families.
We know that our teachers are talented and we know that our students are capable. And so that at each school that does this work, if we can have them see that and really embrace the strengths that they have as a school community and feel like they're able to do so much and set their students up for success, that's a huge part of what I hope for each of our BARR schools and what I see happen.
If you don't just believe me, look at the evidence that is being produced with the students in the schools that are implementing BARR and using BARR, and tell me that you don't want that for every child. Tell me that that child isn't worth the hard work. And so I would strongly recommend that school leaders get behind programs like BARR specifically because of the evidence, so our children can be happy, whole, and they can continue to go on and live their best life.